Amrita Makeup. Hope you all are doing super awesome. So this video is going to be a review video on a foundation that is being very much talked about on YouTube, and a lot of you also wanted to see a review on this, and that's the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous. A lot of you saw this tube in my foundation decluttering video, and a lot of you have sent me messages asking me to talk about this foundation. So I've been using this foundation for about 2 months, I want to say, and I have a good idea on how this product is working for me, so I wanted to share my thoughts. So let's begin. So first of all, the price of this foundation, I paid $6.95 at Walmart. I feel like Walmart has the lowest prices, but depending on what drugstore you go to, it might range from between $6.50 to somewhere at $8. Most drugstores will have buy one get one half off. If you can't decide which shade to get, you can just get 2 of this. That's what I did. I got 2 shades in this. I think I got 210 and 305. The shade before this was a good match, but then it was more pink, so it was turning gray on my skin, so I had to go with 305, which is a tad bit dark for me right now. But then in the summer, it's going to get very hot outside in Dallas. Right now we are at 70s. I mean, we are in spring and we are in 70s or 80s, so it's going to get very bad here. So I'm going to go a few shades up, and this will be a good match for me then. So price wise, I'm very happy. $6 or $7 for a foundation. I really give a thumbs up for this, and it's a standard size foundation. You get 1 fluid ounce or 30 ml, and that's the usual amount of foundation you get. Like, take any high-end foundation or drugstore foundations, 30 ml is like the regular amount you'll get. And I really like the packaging. It's fun and summery and whatever. I don't really care about the color, but it comes in a squeezy tube. The formula is a little bit runny. It's not as runny as water, but it's just a little bit runny for a foundation. So squeezy tube is very helpful, and it's very hygienic as well. So I definitely like the packaging as well, and you actually can see the shade, and also you will know when you're going to run out of the product. And coming to the color range of this, I believe I saw 12 shades at my Walmart, so it's okay. I mean, there are some pink undertone shades, there are some golden undertone shades, and I also noticed there are a couple of shades for darker skin tones as well. So I think the shade range is kind of okay. Not every one of you will find your perfect shade. I'd say it's like okay, it's going to miss a point in terms of color range. Also, this foundation comes with a matching concealer and powder, which I don't have. I didn't try them, but yeah, I just want to give that information out for you guys. If you want to try the entire set, you can do that too. So coming to the consistency of the foundation, it's not as liquid as it feels like a serum or water, but it's not as thick as a moisturizer or a regular foundation would feel like. It's somewhere in between. And also they say that it's oil free and it's powder based, so when you apply this on your skin feels very smooth and dry, and that's the reason I feel like it is very much suitable for oily skin rather than dry skin person. And it also claims that since it's powder based, it won't clog your pores. The powder will actually pull the oils out of the pores and absorb them, rather than just locking the oils into your pores like how a oil based foundation would do. So I think that's a real good plus. I didn't really feel that's happening because I don't know what's happening in that micro mini pores, but I really feel that it controls oils very well. Moving on to the real application and staying power of this foundation, I tried to apply this foundation with 3 different brushes. The first one I tried was Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is the foundation brush I use for most of my foundations, and I felt like it was applying my foundation very streaky. Since this is a powder based foundation, this tends to sit on top of my skin rather than sinking into my skin. So when I was like dragging this foundation down, it was applying very streaky with this brush. So I don't really recommend using a synthetic brush. And I also tried with this synthetic brush that I got off eBay. This is more fluffier and more you know, flexible than the Real Techniques one, and this, even with this, it was a little bit streaky, not as bad as this Real Techniques one, but it was a little bit streaky. So I'd say more smooth brush would work. But then the best way I found applying this foundation is using a damp sponge. I use my beauty blender, very trusted sponge, and I just wet this, squeeze out the water and use this. Applying with the beauty blender, I feel like the product is getting pushed into my skin very well, and I have more coverage, and also the application wasn't streaky, and it was very quick to apply this foundation. Even you can use your fingers. With that, you are actually pushing the product into your skin, and also fingers are your best friend. But I personally don't like to use my fingers on my face because I have acne prone skin. Using your fingers also will give a very flawless application with this foundation, and also it doesn't go streaky. And I'd say the coverage of this foundation is light to medium, and you can actually build up this foundation. I tried to build this foundation 2 or 3 times, and I didn't really feel that it was caking up on my skin, which is very good. If you have clear skin but you have oily skin, you just can take your beauty blender or your fingers, just apply this quickly and you're done. But I have acne prone skin. I really like my foundation to cover up my blemishes to some extent. I don't really want to cake up my skin with the foundation, because whatever blemishes are left over, I can just go back with my concealer and cover them up. But at least I expect a little bit of coverage with my foundation. So I'd say this foundation has light to medium coverage, but you can always build this up for at least like second coat or third coat, or just go just over your blemishes and just put. That's what I did. Instead of going for an entire second coat, I just applied a little bit on my blemishes and then just dabbed it with my beauty blender, and that gave a little bit of coverage instead of caking up my whole face. Other thing is, I don't really recommend this foundation if you have dry patches. Since this foundation is powder based, this tends to get into your dry patches and they show up very well. So I don't really recommend using this foundation on dry patches, or people who have dry skin. I don't really recommend this. If you have dry skin and if you still want to use this foundation, just mix this foundation with some moisturizer and then apply. Maybe that might help. Definitely, if you have dry patches, do not put this foundation on top of that, because they just show up very well and in the most ugliest way. So, and the final thing that I want to talk about is the staying power. Fantastic. Without a primer, this foundation stays on for about 3 to 4 hours. But then I did notice that near my acne scarring, the foundation was fading away and my scars were showing up more. But then the next day I used it with a primer and just concealed those areas. It was fantastic. It stayed on for 8 hours and I didn't really see any fading. My blush was on. I didn't really feel that my skin was getting oily, and I also went to gym with my foundation and full makeup on, and I sweated like crazy. On that day, it was a Zumba day, and then I just sweated like crazy. But then I came back home, my foundation was still intact. I mean, I was sweating, but I didn't feel that it has just melted down. So the staying power on this foundation is just amazing. I'm really looking forward to using this foundation in summers, because it's very hot and humid in Dallas, and a foundation like this with a primer and some setting spray on top of it will last me the whole day. I mean, I'm very sure about this foundation. I'm definitely giving this foundation a totally rave review. This is going to be my best friend in summers, because I have oily skin and the summers are going to be very intense here. And also, this foundation didn't break me out, so what else do I expect? So that completes my review on the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I hope this video helps you. Please let me know in the comments below if you already tried this or if you're planning to try this foundation, or please let me know if you have any foundation recommendations that you want me to try for this Dallas summers and for my oily skin. If you think that some foundation is amazing that's working for you, just let me know in the comments below. I'll be very happy to try them out and let my other viewers know about the amazing recommendations you gave. Please share my videos with your friends and family so they can get information from my videos, and please hit on the thumbs up button if you like this video, and if this video was helpful for you, hit on the thumbs up button. It motivates me so much to make more videos for you, and please hit on that subscribe button to support me. And until my next video, hasta la vista.